There's some in there?
There's some in there. Drop more in there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're in there.
They're in there.
The deck's full of them again.
Yeah.
So Joyce, what are you gonna make with these small shrimp we caught over at Daytona?
Gonna make shrimp chili.
That sounds good.
You're gonna need a pound of shrimp. What I did with these, the bigger ones, I cut in half. Actually, cut them in half, and that's the size. That's basically the size.
About 3/4 of an inch.
Yeah, about 3/4 of an inch. So for this recipe, you're going to need, of course, your pound of shrimp, 1.5 cups of onions, 1 cup of carrots, 1/4 cup of sweet red pepper, 3 tablespoons of fine chopped garlic, 1 cup of chopped cabbage, 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, 1.5 teaspoons of chili powder, 1.5 teaspoons of Old Bay, 3/4 teaspoons of cumin, 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, 3 tablespoons of oil, 1 14-ounce can of diced tomatoes, 1 14-ounce can of tomato sauce, 4 tablespoons of tomato paste, 1/4 cup of ketchup, 1/2 cup of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar, and 3 tablespoons of the Kentucky bourbon, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. You may need more. You taste it as you go along. You're also going to need 1 15-ounce can dark red kidney beans, 1 15-ounce can black beans. What you need to do with the beans before you add it to the chili, you need to drain them off. You want to take 1/2 teaspoon of Old Bay and sprinkle it on the shrimp, and then just want to stir it in there. And set the shrimp aside. Next step is to cut vegetables. So you're going to cut your onions. Cut them up. Go down. There's one thing I'm not great at is cutting. Nothing fancy with how they look. They're just cut up in chunks. That's about your 1.5 cups, a little more than 1.5 cups. Onions are kind of hard to judge, but we'll see. That's 1 cup. There's 1.5 cups. So you got about that much left over. That doesn't hurt anything. Just put them in there. Onions give everything a good flavor. Well, after you cut the onions, you're going to add the 3 tablespoons of oil to your pot. This is a 7-quart pot. You'll turn your burner on medium. While that's heating up, you can start cutting up your carrots. I just want those also in just chunks. Put them in your dish. Next is your pepper. How red that pepper is. Pretty, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty pepper.
Yeah, these are good peppers.
Pretty red. Was it fake?
It looks fake, doesn't it? You just cut those up also
No,
in
it don't
chunks.
smell fake.
Now these are good. They're real sweet. Set those aside here. Next is your cabbage. What you're going to do with the cabbage is you just sort of slice it off, just like that. Sort of Sort of almost like if you were going to make coleslaw out of it. You're just going to cut it up in little slices. And you got a cup of cabbage. And you put that in there. Now the garlic. And you're going to put your peppers in with the onions. The garlic, what I like to do with garlic is to cut off the end. Now some people do this, but I cut myself one time really bad doing that, so I find anything I can smash it down with, besides the knife. And if you got one of these nice little choppers, you put it in there. The skin just peels right off of it when you just smash it. Okay, I hear the oil ready, so let's put the onions and peppers in there. That's your garlic all nice and ground up. So that's 3 tablespoons in there. I'm just going to mix this all up in here. Turn your burner down so the garlic doesn't burn. Smells so good. Let's let that cook for about 5 minutes. Okay, you're going to stir these. You can see the onions getting a little on the clear side, so you want them to soften up a little bit. So now, the next, you'll just add your carrots and your cabbage in there. And stir them around. Add your ketchup. Your brown sugar. Your spices. Your Worcestershire sauce, red wine vinegar, and the bourbon goes in there, and you'll stir that up. Turn your burner up more. Now you're going to add your tomato sauce. Your diced tomatoes. 3 tablespoons of the tomato paste. And stir that up. Now what I like to do is taste this. This way you know if you've got enough salt in here. sprinkle of salt. Now, while you're waiting for that to come to a boil, you take your beans and you just drain off half the liquid. Like that. A little more. And they look like that in there. And then we'll take those and we'll dump them in there. And stir them up in there.
So what do you do? Put the shrimp in last?
The shrimp does this. This is going to have to cook for 45 minutes to an hour. You'll keep you want to let's get to a boil. Then you're going to turn the burner down and get it back down to like a little slow simmer, and you'll excuse me, simmer that for about 45 minutes to an hour. You'll see it'll start to thicken up. Then once that's done, then you'll add your shrimp in last. You don't want to put that in there because the shrimp would be like shoe leather. If you let it cook in there, the shrimp would be.
Yeah, that's what I meant. You do that last.
The shrimp go in last. So we'll get back to you when it starts boiling and show you what the simmer looks like. Chili's boiling right now, so what you do now is turn this down to low and let it simmer down. It'll come down, get out of that rolling boil, and it'll just be little tiny bubbles in here, what you want it to simmer.
For 45 minutes, yeah.
45 minutes. The longer it simmers in there, the better it tastes. And sometimes, because of the tomato paste, it might start getting really too thick. So just add a little bit of water to your pot. But right now it's looking good, so I don't think it's going to get much thicker than. It'll get a little thicker than this. See, it's running off. It runs off. So it'll thicken up. This will get nice and thick. And after 45 minutes is up, check it. Then if it looks, we'll come back and check it and show you what it looks like. And if it's nice and thick, then we're going to add the shrimp. And they'll cook in there for about maybe 5 minutes. And then it's ready to eat. 45 minutes is up. Now we're going to check the chili and stir it. And it's perfect. Look how nice it cooked down. Really nice. When this is cooking, every once in a while, just give it a stir. Make sure they don't stick to the bottom of the pan. But it came out absolutely perfect. So now, we're going to add the shrimp. Stir them in there. Better than hamburger.
Yeah, shrimp's better than hamburger. You made this before and it was really good.
I just let them cook for about 5 minutes till they start turning pink. So I'm going to stir every now and then. And turn your burner up just a little bit. See, they're starting to turn pink. Smells really good. While we're doing that, I'm just going to give it a little taste to see if we got enough salt in here. Perfect.
Perfect?
Mm-hmm.
Is that perfect?
Mm-hmm.
That's what we want, perfect.
for us anyway. Some people might like more
I wouldn't know the difference. Yeah.
salt.
No, I eat anything. So.
Yeah, that's true. We've been known to eat rotten meat.
Yeah, didn't get sick either.
Oh, it's good. Got a little bit of hot to it, a little bit of sweet. It's good. 5 minutes, every one of them should be nice and pink. You don't want to cook it too long. And if you like your chili a little less thick, you can just add a little bit of water. But I think this is perfect. 2 more minutes. It should be totally done. See, the little kind of nice is little ones. So you cut, some are cut in half. You cut them in half, leave a little hole. Little chunks. Okay, that is done. Burn her off.
Well, Joyce, this shrimp chili really looks good. And I know it is good because we've had it before. And luckily for me, it was bread day today. You know, today's the day Joyce makes her bread. And what I got to do is cut those loaves up after we're done dinner. That's my job, cut up the slices.
What do you want? Do you want a roll or do you want a slice of bread?
I'm going to eat a roll.
Eat a roll?
You can't beat
Okay.
those rolls.
Okay. Well, tonight's supper, of course, is shrimp chili. Very easy to make. You just got to get a pound of shrimp and your beans and your tomato sauce. And that's basically all that's in it. And cut up your vegetables. And you can have a meal in 45 minutes.
Yeah, it didn't take you long to make this.
No.
So if you enjoy our videos, we'd appreciate a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And thanks a lot for watching.